Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most puzzling mysteries in aviation history, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. What really happened to this flight, and why has it left the world searching for answers for nearly a decade? Stay tuned as we explore the facts, theories, and unanswered questions behind this chilling event. On March 8, 2014, the flight took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, heading to Beijing, China. There were 239 people on board, including 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Most of the passengers were from China. The plane was a Boeing 777, which is known to be safe and reliable. The pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, had over 30 years of experience, and the co-pilot, Fariq Abdul Hamid, was still learning under Zahari's guidance. The plane left Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. and climbed into the night sky as usual. Everything seemed normal. At 1:19 a.m., the last communication came from the cockpit. Someone, likely the co-pilot, said,
"Good night, Malaysian 370.
A few minutes later, the plane's transponder, which helps air traffic controllers track it, was turned off. The plane then disappeared from civilian radar. Military radar later showed that after losing contact, the plane turned west, flying back over Malaysia. Instead of continuing to Beijing, it flew across the Straits of Malacca and into the Andaman Sea. This was very strange, as it was completely off course. At 2:22 a.m., the military radar also lost track of the plane. After that, no one knows exactly what happened. Even though the plane disappeared from radar, it kept sending signals to a satellite. These signals, called handshakes, didn't give the plane's exact location but showed it was still flying. By analyzing these signals, experts found that the plane flew for about 6 more hours. The signals suggested the plane ended its flight in the southern Indian Ocean, a remote and deep area far from any land. Search teams quickly started looking for the missing plane. At first, they searched in the South China Sea, where the plane was last seen on radar. Many ships and planes searched the area, but they didn't find anything. When the satellite data came in, the search moved to the southern Indian Ocean. This area was very hard to search because it was far from land. The ocean was deep, and the weather was rough. Over time, pieces of the plane were found in different places. In July 2015, a piece of the wing, called a flaperon, was discovered on a beach on Réunion Island, near Madagascar. Other small parts of the plane were later found in Mozambique, Tanzania, and Madagascar. These pieces confirmed that the plane had crashed into the Indian Ocean, but they didn't explain why it crashed or what happened on board. Many theories have been made about what happened to MH370. Some people think there was a mechanical problem, like a fire or engine failure, but this doesn't explain why the plane changed direction. Others believe the plane was hijacked, either by a passenger or crew member. However, there's no strong evidence of a hijacking. Another theory is that Captain Zahari may have deliberately taken the plane off course and crashed it. Investigators found that Zahari had practiced flying a similar route on his home flight simulator, but there's no proof that he planned to harm anyone. Some people also think the plane exploded or had some rare technical issue that caused it to crash. For the families of the passengers and crew, the disappearance of MH370 was heartbreaking. Many waited for years, hoping to get answers. Some held on to hope that their loved ones might still be alive, while others struggled to accept the loss. People held vigils and supported each other, but the lack of information made it hard for them to find peace. The disappearance of MH370 also changed the aviation industry. New rules were introduced to improve flight tracking, so that planes can be followed, even in remote areas like oceans. Airlines now use better satellite systems, and there's more focus on monitoring what happens in the cockpit. Even after years of searching and investigating, no one knows for sure what happened to MH370. It remains one of the biggest mysteries in modern history. The search for the truth continues, and the families of the passengers still hope for answers. MH370 reminds us of how big and mysterious the world can be, even with all our modern technology. It is a story of loss, unanswered questions, and the hope that one day the mystery will be solved.